One of the most painful realities of human relationships is this: the people who stand by us in our worst moments are often the ones we treat the worst in normal times. Parents, siblings, spouses, close relatives, those who sacrifice silently, tolerate endlessly, and forgive repeatedly, and frequently taken for granted. Meanwhile, strangers, colleagues, neighbors, or even casual acquaintances are treated with politeness, warmth, and emotional sensitivity. Why does this happen? Why does a person forget years of loyalty after one disagreement at home, yet tolerate disrespect from outsiders with patience? Why a family sacrifice is rarely remembered, but a stranger's small kindness deeply appreciated? Psychology does not see this as hypocrisy. It sees it as human conditioning. Emotional safety and the comfort zone effect. The first psychological reason is emotional safety. Family represents certainty. Stranger represent risk. When we are emotionally secure with someone, our brain unconsciously lowers its behavioral filters. We feel safe enough to express frustration, anger, impatience, and honesty without fear of abandonment. Psychologists call this the comfort zone effect. With family, they will understand, they won't leave, and they are mine anyway. With strangers, I must behave well, I must protect my image, and I might be judged or rejected. So, paradoxically, love creates emotional carelessness, not because people don't value their family, but because their nervous system assumes the bond is unbreakable. The psychology of unconditional love and devaluation. Unconditional love is one of the most powerful forces in human development. But it comes with a hidden cost. When someone loves us with conditions, our brain gradually stops tracking their sacrifices. This is known as hedonic adaptation. Just like we stop noticing air because it's always there. We stop appreciating health until we lose it. We stop appreciating people who are always present. Family members often give invisible support, emotional availability, financial help, silent prayers, and consistent presence. Because these acts are not transactional, the brain does not register them as earned benefits. Over time, unconditional love becomes psychological invisible. Strangers, however, are conditional. Their kindness feels special because it is not guaranteed. Why strangers receive better behavior? People are often kinder to strangers for three main psychological reasons. Number one, impression management. Humans are deeply concerned with how they are perceived by outsiders. According to social psychology, we constantly manage a public self. With strangers, we perform kindness, we suppress flaws, and we present our best version. Family sees our private self, not our polished image. Number two, fear of social judgment. Strangers represent society. Society rewards politeness and punishes rudeness. Family does neither. So the brain subconsciously prioritizes social reputation over emotional responsibility. Number 3. Dopamine versus attachment. Interactions with strangers active dopamine, novelty, excitement, and validation. Family interactions activate attachment system, stability, routine, predictability. Dopamine feels exciting, attachment feels ordinary, and humans often confuse excitement with value. why one family conflict raises years of goodness. This is where psychology becomes brutal. The human brain has a negative bias. Negative experiences are processed more strongly than positive ones. One argument at home activates emotional memory, triggers childhood wounds, and revives unresolved power struggles. Meanwhile, years of sport are stored as baseline expectations. So, when a family member disappoints us, the brain says they were supposed to be better. Strangers don't carry that expectations, so their mistakes feel smaller. Family as an emotional mirror. Family does not just interact with us, it reflects us. They remind us of our flaws, our failure, and our past selves. This creates psychological discomfort. Strangers allow us to reinvent ourselves. Family forces us to confront who we really are. This is why people emotionally distance themselves from family. They are unconsciously escaping self reflection. Power dynamics and entitlement. In families, especially in collectivist cultures, relationships are built on roles, not boundaries. Parents versus child, elder versus younger, and provider versus dependent. Over time, these roles create entitlement. They should understand me. They owe me patience. They must forgive me. Entitlement kills gratitude. Strangers have no obligation. So, appreciation remains alive. Emotional labor and burnout within families. Family members often absorb emotionally labor silently, listening, tolerating, adjusting, and sacrificing. When emotional labor goes unacknowledged, resentment builds on both sides. The giver feels unseen, the receiver feels controlled. Eventually, kindness turns into emotional debt, and debt destroys affection. Why people realize family value too late? Psychology shows that loss activity clarity. We appreciate parents after they age, siblings after distance, and family after crisis. Because absence disrupts emotional certainty. Only when safety disappears does the brain reassess value. This is not evil. This is unhealed human nature. It's important to say this clearly. People who prioritize strangers over family are not heartless. They are emotionally untrained. Most humans were never taught emotional accountability, gratitude maintenance, and healthy boundaries within family. So they repeat what psychology wired, not what morality demands. The deeper psychological truth is this: we hurt those who feel permanent and protect ourselves with those who feel temporary. But permanence is an illusion. Families fracture, parents age, time does not wait for emotional maturity. Conclusion: if you are someone whose sacrifices were forgotten, this is not because you are unimportant. It is because your presence felt guaranteed. And if you are someone who neglects family emotionally, understand this. The brain forgets gratitude before it forgets pain. But regret always arrives with clarity. The question psychology leaves us with is not why people behave this way, but whether we will stay unconscious of it until it's too late. If this video resonates with you, like it and share it. And don't forget to subscribe YouTube Trade Sense channel. Thank you.